Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hey everybody, welcome to Greg's Beer Reviews today. I do appreciate you stopping by. If you're wondering why half the beer is gone, I forgot to plug the microphone up on the first part of the video, guys. I try not to do that, but shit happens sometimes. Trying to plug up everything and turn everything on now with its external mic, sometimes I forget something. So we're going to start it like it's right off the bat, brand new here, guys. This is Maine Beer Company's Another One. This was sent to me by my brother Rico. I can get some of their beers here from Maine Beer Company, but not all of them. They're very limited, and you have to go to the beer store to get them. They're not available in Kroger's or at the local gas station or anything like that. 7% American IPA, bottled on 10/16/18, and he said he paid $7 for it. Poured it in the glass. It had a chill haze on it, guys. I couldn't tell whether it was unfiltered or it just had a haziness to it. It is definitely not in the New England style. Awesome lacing that's left on the glass here, guys. The aroma was citrusy and oranges and unsweetened grapefruit. So a little bit of pine in there. A very nice looking beer, a nice amber color. The taste, pretty much in line with the aroma. The unsweetened grapefruit stands out to me more than anything else on this beer. Nice citrusiness in there. A very pleasant beer, a very drinkable beer for 7%. I did enjoy this. This would probably be something that I would purchase here if it was available on this side of town and not have to drive 30 miles to the craft beer store to pick it up. And it's into the ABV range that I like my beers to be in, 7% and above. A very tasty beer, guys. I found this very, very enjoyable. So, other than that, a condensed version on this particular beer because, like I said, forgot to plug the microphone up and you couldn't hear what I was saying. When I come back and I looked and went, oh man, forgot to plug it up again. And that happens occasionally. So I tried not for that to happen, but this one slipped by on the first part. So instead of not doing the second part and not posting this review, I didn't think that was fair to Rico since he spent $7 on this. So we're going to do the back end of the video here. But it is a awesome lacing beer. I mean, it's the lacing is just off the chain here on this one, guys. And as you can see the color on the beer there, what's left of it, not much. Because I've been sitting out on the deck, sipping on it for about 30 minutes. The aroma is very pleasant. I wouldn't consider it a West Coast style, East Coast style maybe, but a very nice hot presence with it being bottled on 10, what did he say, 10/16/18, and today is 11/13, so a couple of days away from being a month old in the bottle. So very, very, very nice beer. A very pleasant beer. And like I said, the biggest recommendation I can give a beer is to tell you that I would buy it. So, and I would buy this beer here. So, with that being said, Very easy drinking. But the unsweetened grapefruit and a little bit of tartness there is standing out more than anything else in the beer. Has a little bit of bite to it, and I don't know if that's coming from the hops with the unsweetened grapefruit taste or the amount of bittering hops they've used, or a combination of both of those. And like I say all the time, guys, whether I think this is a 10 beer or a C mediocre beer, don't base everything on what I say. Buy it for yourself. Give it a try. Beer tastes are very subjective. What I may love, you may hate, and vice versa. And if I give a beer an 8 or a 9 and you say, oh my God, it's a 10 beer, it's the best thing I ever tasted, I wouldn't argue with that. I would not argue. And vice versa. If I give a beer a C or a B minus and you think it's the best thing you've ever tasted, or vice versa. I give it a 9 or a 10 and you say, oh, I couldn't stand that beer. That's the way it is. Beer tastes are very subjective. What your palate is accustomed to, what you like to drink, and what you want to drink, and where your palate is at that time. With me, over 3,000 beer reviews, it takes a lot to impress me now. So some of my grades now are a little more conservative than what they would have been 8 years ago, or you know, a lot of beers under the bridge now than there was when I first started doing beer reviews. So let's do the final chug here, guys, and I apologize once again to Rico for the first half being have to delete because you couldn't hear me since I didn't have the microphone plugged up. And now I have the camera set a little different, and you can't hear me because I'm using the external mic. I had to readjust everything on the camera so the microphone wasn't too overbearing. If I didn't do that, it's just a loud buzz when I plugged it up when I first got this microphone and tried it out. So I had to modify the camera settings to make the external microphone sound decent. So final chug here on this one, guys. Maine Beer Company, another one. A very pleasant beer, guys. Very, very, very pleasant. And with that lacing, I mean, the lacing is basically off the chain. Awesome lacing. Probably one of the heaviest lacings I've seen on a beer in quite a while. So, with that being said, guys, I do think it's an A beer. I'm going to give it an A, a solid A, 95 right down the middle. Very pleasant. Worthy of picking up if you can get your hands on it and you like a nice IPA. And this fits right into that category very well. Beer Advocate has it at 4.31 in their outstanding range. Would not argue with that one bit. It is a very nice, tasty beer. And over to Untapped. Untapped has it at 4.13, which is in their A minus range to me. So, A beer from everybody, guys. A minus. And then a solid A for me and Beer Advocate. So if you've had this one from Maine Beer Company, this is their another one, IPA. Let me know what you think. So until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge. And hopefully on the next one, I'll be able to remember to plug every damn thing up. What happens when you get old and feeble sometimes? And this was the first beer of the day. So there's no excuse, no reason. Shit happens. I'll see you on the next one.